All right, we'll call to order the special meeting of the Board of Aldermen for Tuesday, the 30th of January, 2024. Roll call.
Alderman Elsop?
Here.
Yeah, I got him, yeah. Alderman Brunelli? Not here. Alderwoman Cavallo?
Here.
Alderman Dorso?
Here.
Alderman Hunter? Alderman Lopez?
Here.
Alderman Mosley? Alderman Martinez McCarthy, Alderwoman?
Here.
That's what I thought. Alderman Newjame?
Here, present.
Alderman Rodriguez?
Here.
My pen's broke. Thank you. Okay, Alderman Rodriguez is here, sorry. Alderman Taladine? Not here. Alderman Salvio?
Present.
Alderwoman Weaver?
Here.
Alderwoman Zimmerman?
Present.
Alderman DiGio Carlo?
Here.
All right, we got 11 present, 4 absent.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Yeah, Alderman Mosley just walked in.
Mosley's here, okay, got it.
So, all right. Thank you. Obviously, the reason for all of this today is to be able to tour the buildings that make up the campus of Sacred Heart on Wolcott Street. So we're going to start here. This is the old school. This is the building that I would envision as becoming a reentry center with the ability to have classes and things here, to have some hands-on experience here, to have support services here as well. So we'll take a walk through this building. We'll also take a walk through the rectory building, which is the building that would become the halfway house, replacing the one on Central Avenue. And I was mistaken when I spoke to you the last meeting, and I said the one that's in the convent now was a women's halfway house. It actually is a men's halfway house. I don't know why I thought it was a women's. Kathleen from Renaissance thinks it's because it's in a convent, and everyone thinks women are there because it's a convent. But so they would both be men's halfway houses that were here. And then the last building we'll look at is the church building that's left. So the convent we're not going to look at. That's under lease to them now, and it is an operating halfway house. So with that, we'll start. This is, I think, the main office, but we'll go up and do a couple of floors. We'll start upstairs. You want to start at the top and work our way down? All right. So we'll head up to the top floor and take a look at a lot of classrooms. Bring back some traumatic memories for some of you, maybe. So, especially if you went to Catholic school in the old days. So. How you doing? Good to see you.
This way to blend in. I'm gonna blend in.
Alderman Hunter, present, brother.
Yeah. So as you may know, the last group that was in here was the Children's Community School. They were here, I think, until last year. They've since moved to St. Joe's down in Brooklyn. So this is configured for whatever their needs were, but obviously, it can change as you adapt it once we start talking to folks about what it could look like as a reentry center. So, but I just want you to get a feel for the condition that the building's in and the amount of space that's here. Okay. How are you?
This was things good. Yeah, good. A little weather for a week. You want to go to East Farm School?
gives Grandma Pat sometimes when we're visiting. My dad lives across the street from you.
Oh, really?
Good to see you.
I mean, it's just. Not steal things from the building. Everything is for sale, How much for
Oh my God.
I mean, I think this is just a typical classroom, right, that's here, so most of what's here is gonna look like this, so, yeah.
So, I mean, you want to go upstairs, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Do you guys, we can go upstairs, we can just like, I think it's gonna be multiple floors like this. You wanna go to at least one more floor, you just get a look at the condition? I think you just wanna see what it looks like, so.
You want to finish the second a little bit?
Okay, we'll go down this way and then we'll meet you up there, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Nine by nine tiles. Asbestos.
Great space. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be nothing but classroom after classroom, but I think the idea is to see that, you know, structurally, the building is relatively sound. It just needs to be updated, but it's not going to be a school. So, I mean, it's going to be a center, so it's going to have to be redone anyway. So I don't think it's a huge issue as far as that goes. But there's lots of big rooms, lots of big space, so that you could have hands-on, you know, training here, as well as the classrooms, also space for services to help with the support, which I think is critical, because, you know, people coming through here are still going to have to go out into the world, and there's times they're going to stumble and they're going to need help with things, so.
That's pretty cool. First thing we saw, circa 2015, but not bad.
In Catholic schools, that would be fairly modern.
I was expecting a projector.
I graduated from grammar school in 1975. My textbooks in science still said that someday men would walk on the moon. So. As I said, it's just going to be a bunch. I mean, the building is mostly just a bunch of classrooms, but I want you to get a feel for the condition that it's in, the size of the rooms, and, you know, I think it's got a lot of potential. And structurally, it's sound. I think this building's going to be a lot like City Hall. It's got to be redone, but it's still solid. So we'll go up one more. There's another floor upstairs. Up right here.
Yeah. Wow, 1999 George and Dorothy class.
So we have all the Ethernet and everything hooked up there?
I mean, all of that would be still out of date. A lot of it would be wireless nowadays.
Yeah, it's going to have, most of this, we were just saying, I think structurally the building, the bones are here, but it's got to be reconfigured for what we're going to use it for. So, you know, a lot of this will go. What's the roof like? Is the roof in? decent
Roof's in
shape?
pretty decent shape as far as I know. I mean, it was an occupied school
Yeah.
up until 6 months
And you're
ago.
not having water infiltration or anything
No.
like that?
No.
So-
The boiler's 3 years old, so that's one of the bigger expenses in a building like this.
Do you know how old the roof is?
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head.
We can go up one way.
Sitting on a house, so long as you sign over. Yeah, that's what I mean, it's in good shape. These buildings were built differently than they look projects today.
Yeah, I missed it by 1 year. It's just, yeah, it's my wife's here for 1 year. I missed by 1 year.
Not a little younger.
Yeah, that's what we told her. Yeah.
Tell you what, Mayor, the boiler being 3 years old is huge. That's like a major expense. You can imagine what that costs.
Yeah.
It runs on oil though, so it's got huge oil.
They can,
There's incentive now.
really switch over to gas, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
We did it at the rec center, it
Yeah.
wasn't a heavy lift. How many rooms total in here?
Huh?
How many rooms total in this
That
building?
I don't know. You can ask him. I think there's 3 floors.
She's got at least 10 rooms per floor.
At least.
You can almost have like a program on each floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
That's huge, by the way.
That one has.
Because we plan to do 400.
this building is not individually planned as of yet.
It's got a outside wall and shape, but what you think is it's inside.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's about time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can't believe
You know, because we have so much for a whole bunch of. Running out of bridges for these, so, you know?
Cover the outside wall.
That wall does. The rooms are big enough, you know,
do what
programs
you
in
wanna
a wall ceiling.
Yeah, some of them are yeah. And they just weren't shut. There was no real.
The children's schools are maintaining.
Yeah.
They were, yeah, we had no part.
Yeah.
I guess they get reviews every few years for environmental, like they have the asbestos floors that are 9 by 9 tiles and all this stuff. Can we see one of the reports?
Yeah, do you guys have reports on the?
I was told that we did.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to see what we're up against.
Yeah, I mean,
Capital things or whatever.
these are old buildings that have like asbestos,
Right.
lead, paint, and stuff like that. It's like, it won't be a site like factories. Yeah, we can look at all of that. Yeah, we can. Yeah, see if we get them in.
Or which way down? That way?
Which way down? Yeah, I think that's there. We'll get on that side. Then we'll go over to the right.
Sir.
My wife came to She did the handoff.
Taking it. He's always walking around with that attack dog.
All right, so this is, I mean, you've seen, you know, the floors in the classrooms and all the rest of it. So, you know, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. But mostly, if you're ready, we can head over to the rectory and take a look at that. That would be that. One of the things to keep in mind about this, again, is, you know, it's got to be reconfigured for whatever, you know, the program looks like that comes in here. And one of the conversations I've had with Kathy Awad from Northwest, the Workforce Development Board, who's very excited about the potential here, is, you know, a lot of the folks who are in the halfway house, as they're getting ready to get out, could be participating in programs here. And one of those programs could actually be, because they have a strong relationship with the Carpenters Union, could be working on the rehab of this building. So you could build into that the programs, this building itself, and it's right there, or they're right here. So there's a lot of potential for that to all come together as you put this stuff together. So, all right, with that, we'll head over and take a look at the rectory, and then we'll go over to the church. Okay. I think we get down this way, so. I guess it's an LOP, they're like trying to see what it's set over.
Do we have a square footage for this building?
I'm sure we do, I don't know it off the top of my head, but. Yes. Yep. Hard to believe there was a day when Catholic schools like this were filled, and today.
Yeah, I was talking to other people, I came here for K through 2. There was so much need in school.
Ah, okay.
It was honestly more or less what this is. As a sure.
No, no. I think we have to go in the back as well. That's the con.
That's right. $5 a door.
I don't know what's up there. Yeah. This is, you'll see that, I mean, this is a good size tour. They can put, they can, get 46 guys up here. That lock. I don't know, it's this door or the one around the side of the But they may not be open right now, so. Yeah, they'll be wandering over. Yeah, I'm sure they could. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, when I started, sick of heart at home. Everything.
Yeah.
Whole property.
They were leasing that. Yeah. They're leasing the halfway house right now. The Archdiocese is still owns it.
Until 6 months ago. So. Stick to like this area first. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go upstairs from here. Lots of stairs.
The school doesn't have an elevator, right?
No.
And neither does this building.
Nope.
I think that this, you'll have to make it ADA compliant. This building is going to be, whatever they do is going to be up to Renaissance. They'll be responsible for rehab. We're just going to lease it to them. Initially, they'll rehab it, move in, and then eventually we'll sell it. This building is all in there. Yes. Okay. Yep. And that's why ultimately they'll own it.
You don't do woodwork like you used to, yeah?
Never.
Get established.
Sure. Yeah. This was back in the day.
Sorry.
6, 8, Jack.
I don't know, it's me, the horse.
Let you know that.
The school building's in the dark.
The schools will be ours. Yeah. Yes. This will be ours initially, but they'll do the rehab.
Yeah, it looks
Gotta go
like.
through there and that's how it is.
Well, I mean, what?
Yeah. That's what I understand. That's what I understand.
This, I mean, they weren't not here until not that long ago. Might be over plastic.
That's plastic.
That's where they were back there.
I think it's like one of them.
With 100 coats of paint, yeah.
Oh, that's actually. Plastic. Here, you see it here.
And this will all be, this is the responsibility of Renaissance to do all the work.
Space and they.
Yeah, this This will be the halfway house. So what they're going to do is lease it from us, rehab it how they want it, move their guys here, and then once all that's completed, they've been here a little bit, we'll carve it out and sell it. When will they do it? They'll be in right away. They want to get their. It's probably, to answer your question, I think for them, they have 6, I'm going to say maybe 9 months. I think that's what they're doing. 6 months, maybe 9 months to rehab this and get it ready.
And now are they gonna begin to each phase theoretically, or is it gonna be all?
They'll do all at once here because they're already up there.
No kitchen down here.
They'll get this all set, and they'll move everybody out of, I shouldn't say they're gonna do it. It may take a little bit to move but the idea is to move them all at one time, you know?
But this is the only building that they will
And the convent. Yeah, these two right there, right.
Okay, right now.
Yeah,
So the addition.
that would be, these two will go to them. The school will stay as a rehab center. We'll own it initially. Now, whether somebody wants to operate and buy it, we'll have to work all that out. But we'll own that, and the church will be ours. That's the one I would like, and you'll see it when we get in there. I think it could work for like a homeless thing and the soup kitchen downstairs. So initially it'll be ours as well, but who knows, you know, whether somebody would want to pick it up, you know, but.
It's too perfect.
Oh, yeah?
We used to own the 9%.
Oh, okay.
Upstairs. It's a nice, huge house.
Go head up? Yeah, go ahead on up, man.
Can we see the basement?
Sure. I think we can.
This is. Jim, you'll get some good architecture photos from here, huh?
Absolutely.
What do you think? I think it's like a relief. This is, I mean, factories used to be like me, you know, it's big rooms and then you go into the convents and they're tiny little rooms and basic and very spare. Yeah, totally different experience. Yeah. No, I mean, it's really, really.
I would love to see it.
And even like, look at the radiators. Even they're like intricate. They all have.
They are, they work.
Yeah, it is. They had it to be looked at heat as well in the ceiling, but I think they.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah. That may be air conditioning. Yeah, maybe it's air conditioning. Yeah, no, they work. Yeah, it works good. Yeah, it does. They're all.
Watch this step boiler, there's a.
Thank you.
Watch that first step.
Maybe watch that first step, babe.
Catholic Family Service.
Yes.
Catholic Charities, that's it, yes.
Thank you. That looks so cool.
Yeah, just show up.
Whoever wants to go down, there's not much down there, but if you want to go down and see it.
Yeah. George. New Shane. Realtor extraordinaire.
If you want to go down, if you want to go down, it's absolutely down there. Absolutely. It is. It is.
No, I heard a basement. No.
Watch your head, I think you don't listen.
This house is probably built. It'd be like, no, I mean, the priests, the seminaries, they're from the ordination class. You got 20, 30, 40 guys being ordained as priests in 1 year. Now they're lucky if they have two. I think 1 year we had none in the archdiocese. Not one guy.
Every week. You think you're all done.
I know. No, they took the they must have taken the mantle off. Back, it must have been a big mantle, the whole thing, they just.
A nice mantle too.
Yeah.
It was all wood.
Yeah.
Probably went all the way up to the top of the roof. That area.
Some people went down, if you want to see downstairs, you can go, there's just a basement and a furnace, but if you want to go down, head down. Otherwise, we'll wait for them to come up and we'll go to the church. This building will be all leased right away to Renaissance, and they'll be responsible for all the rehab and stuff. And then once they get it done, they'll move the folks in from Central Avenue, would be the plan. And once they get that settled, they're here for a bit, we'll, carve it up and sell both buildings to them, and they would own the whole thing. Could you get Livy to come with you today?
I don't know where she is.
She said she had a lot going on.
Definitely in the basement.
The one above, right? How does that work? Like, there's no,
No, there's no prohibition to having another one here. They're not too close.
no,
Oh.
not prohibition, but as far as those, they're assigned strictly to that one. Renaissance
Yep.
doesn't, how do I?
You would be either there or you would be here, but there's.
Only there.
Right, right.
not-
Right, but one of the things that happens now is, so the one on Central Avenue, the food is cooked here, and they have to run the food back and forth, and the staff has to travel somewhat back and forth. So if they're all here, it's a much easier way for them to go, they don't have to get them out. And if they have the rehab center here, for a lot of them who are going through rehab, there would be no travel too far, right? So now they go out to, like Kathy Watt, Northwest Regional's working with them. So they're traveling out to Thomaston Avenue, so either they have to transport them or take a bus, or the young lady who's with us is from the, up on Bishop Street, they have the reentry center. She said they walk from here to
Yes.
there, no matter the weather, to come back and forth. So they'd be able to do that through here, we could have it right on the same campus. And if you think about, at least initially with Kathy's idea, that if you can turn that building into a project that these guys can work on as part of their rehab training, you get the benefit of all of it. So there's a lot of potential and opportunities here. But it does work better for Renaissance in their operations, which is why they're interested in it. And then it's better for us to get them off the Central Avenue and away from the Central Business District. So.
Question, insurance-wise, how that's gonna go?
for insurance-wise. So we are gonna own the school. They're gonna lease this property. They're gonna have two different insurance. We're gonna have our own insurance for.
Yeah, we would insure those buildings under our policies that insure city buildings. I'm sure, you know, how this would work, you know, whether it would be covered under that somewhat, but they would also, as part of their lease, would have to, for both these buildings, would have to have liability and property insurance and all of that stuff in place, so.
Are you moving in upstairs?
It would get added under our policy that we have for
Are you
all of the
taking
city's
out
buildings.
Yeah,
I thought it was
3-B.
For their insurance that they would get when they listed as additional insurance.
But typically, when you own a lot of property, like we used to do at the airport, when someone built a building, you just have to notify the insurance company that you have a new building, they add it to, they may come and look at it and all, but you're rated on your overall portfolio.
Semester's a big part.
Is everybody done out there? Are they all, okay, we can head over to the church.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's head over to the church.
Don't leave me behind.
Had your back. Had your back.
Don't leave me behind. He was quiet.
Time capsule.
Final time. This is a good night to tour.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, we'll get to the wire.
Get where I need to be and so.
It rings a bell.
Yeah. There were a couple nights I come in too late, you know, you just can't get yourself out of bed. No, but you know, I remember the days when I went to bed. I got up at 5 and I went out and ran, but I can't do it. I still got a little extra hour in bed. The organ's going. $250,000 to move it.
Wow.
Just to move it. Father Sullivan came and measured it. He was going to snag it, but it will not fit in the choir loft at the basilica, so he can't have it. Here's Vincent and candles. They may take the ones with like saints and scenes in it, but some of the windows are just
They
signs.
don't have
I don't
anything.
name them.
Is that the kitchen downstairs?
It does. Oh, see it. Wait till you see it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've been talking about. We could do like kitchen because you can it's a huge kitchen, lots of space. And right now they're eating outside.
I know that. The other problem is they're done eating, they just throw it out.
Plus you can have it as a warming. You know, the winter would be a warming center.
Yeah.
Right now they do it over the grounds. I think it's got the center for development. Street with hands not big enough.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it would, you know, would have to figure it out. To get rid of the pews and then, you know, figure out how you would figure this inside, what they look like. And I think if you really wanted to, at some point, you could, you know, you could make this a two-story building. It's not a church anymore. You've got plenty of space. At least one more. You probably could put two in here.
What about that? Remove that organ?
They're going to take the organ out of there, yeah. $250,000 to move it, Jeff. I think they may take them if we don't want them. If not, you know, you could probably sell them if we took them out, because people would pay for them.
Sell them to Maggie McFly's. Sell them to Maggie McFly's. Half their restaurant is church pizza.
Pews, like, one of the things we're thinking of, if we do this, might be some a homeless shelter.
I have some people that are interested in the pews if you are willing to part with them.
We could talk about it, that may be a way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
I mean, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong.
I don't know, I know.
We're not provided to run a church.
I know, I know.
One of the things I thought about this building as we're thinking about it is with the need we have here, something like a homeless shelter here. The basement would be great, kitchen, you know, because you got women across the street inside.
Yeah, this would be, this is fine.
And right down the street.
Yes.
So, this whole thing, I've talked about this first meeting. It's very exciting.
Oh, good.
Just gotta get the
That's a challenge you've accepted.
But I think having seen schools particularly. Is this on, Dave?
Yes.
Don't say anything. basement, then we're going to finish up. So. Yes, sir.
We haven't been back since they reopened.
Yes, you get those all the time. Has it ever had? Not even a bed.
going downstairs, Alderman Mosley.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Michael now.
Nice to meet you. What do you do, Mike? Are you part of the city or?
I'm officially retired this year.
What did you do?
Worked for the teachers organization as a business representative, and I worked for UPS for 30 years.
What was the first one?
Business representative.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice. Nice size.
Birthday party, I had a...
Victor's already planning a birthday party.
This is nice.
This is nice size room.
Yeah.
Oh, they said, Priest told me I could have this cooler. Hey, we need this for the Board of Aldermen. I know. There you go.
Go ahead. They recorded it, so.
What part? Okay, I'm in Bunker Hill, so I'm all with Mike Salvio and all the mostly right upstairs. Oh, he's right upstairs.
Yeah. I want to get ready. I don't want to see all those people lined Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, was I balling my thing over here?
The bus went up this man, you got bus going up. Yeah, they still have like probably over St. Joe.
Yeah, they're excited.
I got one in the works for, one I have. Custom made,
They need to know not next year, not 5 years from now, they need to do this something right now. Yeah.
Pat them on the back and say, you did your time, go at it. They're gonna be right back where we started. Because how could they not be?
Thank you.
Right.
Maybe even over there, they can sound like something from here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Do you have one? Oh, yeah.
you never know what you're gonna find. I'm looking for coins.
He was hoping the 4-box.
Yeah, that's what we just got finished talking about. Yeah, that's lovely. Look, even there. Got a big kitchen.
No, no. All right.
Also, if you want towards the end of the week.
Party here all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now they're all like, that's where the real party's on.
As a matter of fact, I had my nephew's
Oh, yeah, I have a cousin that lives over there, yeah.
his first birthday here.
Okay.
Years.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said, yeah, that's a birthday party.
Yeah, we got a lot at St. Anne's in the hall. In the hall down there.
That's where I seen you from.
Maybe St. I've been at St. Anne's.
Yeah, no, saying we went over there when we were looking for turning into a 6th grade over there.
Oh, for the
Very
school.
For the school.
Yeah. I did the tour.
Yeah, you did have to give us a tour. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I spend most of my time.
There's a flag over here.
Yeah, I got You know what happens? Go to get that. It's in the paper. You get 400 parishioners that call you.
Where's that flag?
Where's that statue? So we don't try to really get rid of it too much. Or we bring a lot to St. Anne's and we use it at other local churches. But it's hard because then as soon as it's gone, I don't think it start getting a little Yeah. I donated that. Right. So why should a big right here. It's locked. I left the door open. Oh, it's open now? Yeah, it's open. I opened it for you.
Yeah, it was great there too.
Yeah.
That's what Torino was. Yeah. We just matched, what's his name, the champion, whatever he's been going over, he won national championship, Robert, that's good, he's in charge, he's got a big job for your Texas. I ain't gonna be close to him, you know?
Watch where you're walking, buddy. Yeah. Little mix. If there was asbestos, it's all gone. They put all that new stuff on.
They redid this, they probably ripped out everything this year.
So this would be like a whole
Yeah,
further other.
pretty much. Yeah. Some guys just shoveling it in.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And all the abatement was done. There's no asbestos in this entire boiler.
We were little,
So
used to,
when we
my
replaced
grandfather
the
used to
boiler,
put them
we
in there
did
so you
all
could get the coal from the
abatement.
back.
And all the junk that you see in the hall out there, it's just stuff we had to take out of here and put out there.
Yeah, I was just saying, this.
But it's clean.
In here.
It's clean, yeah.
Those are true 2x4s.
It's
Yeah,
nice
those
where
might
you
even
can
be
see the bones.
like 6. Those are 2x8s, right? They probably cut those at the river on the hill.
Yeah.
And they probably brought them up backwards. Think about that. No? True 2x6 and they probably put those down at the river.
I'm just impressed. The history. They told us the story of the bull.
There's a where a pipe comes out of is a coal chute. They would shovel coal from the outside, it would roll down, and then they would go into the furnace this way.
I remember an old furnace here.
Barely working.
It's like the basement down at St. John's.
Watch your head, everybody, watch your head.
Oh, I don't have to worry.
Freshman and sophomore when we have
You'll find his way. He always does. Did you?
One by four.
Clarkson is sick.
That's pretty cool. So what was here? No, we've been up here. Yeah.
I mean, really, right?
Jack is missing. Where's Jack?
Ruben. Ruben.
saying, maybe we should always.
I know her.
Someone should take a picture and put it on Facebook.
This one is for the,
That's all the people that donated. Maybe Salvatore Rizza. Alessio Caparasso. Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
this is all from the same.
Nice to touch it.
It's actually a really good idea.
So this people I know. I don't know.
Well, when we buy it, we could take them and give them back to people.
Yeah, this stuff can't disappear.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't disappear, and I'd rather it not show it, honestly. Joe, they would actually take those and bury them in the cemetery. I didn't know that.
Yes, thank you,
That's when we get flooded with calls about stuff like this. So this all goes to St. Anne's in a safe spot until those calls.